Hello there, Culips members. Hello, hello. It is time to start our June live stream. Here we are again. It is, time for another live stream. So, welcome everyone. My name is Andrew. I'm the host of the Culips English podcast. Probably you are familiar with me if you are a Culips member. But just in case we have some new members, maybe joining us for the first time and you guys haven't seen my face before, voila, here it is. And it's good to be with you all here today. So, everyone, if you could leave me a comment and let me know if you can hear me and if you can see me and if everything is working okay, that would be very, very appreciated, because once we get the technical issues out of the way, then we can get started and I don't have to worry about any technical problems. Actually, I'm alone this evening. You'll notice that Cassie is not here with me. So that means I don't have to wear headphones. I'm not talking to anyone tonight, so I don't have to wear headphones. I think maybe this is the first time in a long time that I've done a live broadcast without wearing headphones, so you guys can see my ears tonight, or today, depending where you are in the world. We have a comment here from Zero. Let me just adjust this a little bit. Looks a little wacky. Zero says, "Hi, Andrew." Hi, Zero. Good to see you here again on the stream. See if we can make that a little easier to read. There, that's a bit better. Okay, perfect. Zero, hello. Greetings from Macau. Okay, perfect. Hello, hello. Greetings from Seoul. I am here in Seoul, of course, and excited to be with everyone tonight. We also have Laura here again. Laura says, "Hello, everyone. Hi from Argentina." Laura, thank you for joining us again for another month. Good to see you. We have many regulars. I'm loving this. Every month we have a group of the same people joining, so that's awesome. Atsuko is here again, and she says, "Hi, Andrew. Hello, everyone. How are you guys doing?" Atsuko, I'm doing fabulous, and I hope that you are as well. And we have Ivy. Oh, these comments are kind of too big right now. Let me let me adjust the size. There we go. It's not really a good place to put these comments right now. Okay, we'll put it there and we'll read it here. Ivy said, "Hello from Vietnam. I'm so excited to join the stream. Normally, I'm still at work at this time, but luckily I am here today." Awesome, Ivy. It's great for you and good for us as well. You can join us today. Awesome. Laura says, "I'm very happy to be a part of the Culips community." And Laura, the feeling is mutual. We're happy that you are a part of the Culips community as well. So I'm glad that everybody can hear me and see me. I was a little stressed out for this live stream because it's the first time that I've done a stream in a long time by myself. So usually Cassie joins me, and it's fun that way. When Cassie joins me, it's fun because I have somebody to talk to, and you guys can ask us both questions, and we can have just an enjoyable time together on the stream that way. But tonight, Cassie is on vacation. She is visiting her family in the USA. I think she is on the beach right now, probably chilling and enjoying the sunshine, just relaxing on the beach with her family. So, of course, it's very important to take a break, and I didn't want to bother Cassie and get her to phone in from the USA. Although that could have been cool. Maybe we should have got her to phone in from the beach. But let's let her relax for a little while, and I'll be doing the stream here tonight by myself. But as I was saying, it's a little bit stressful when you have to do a stream by yourself, because I'm just talking to the camera. So I really hope that you guys can participate a lot this evening. Send me lots of chats and lots of questions. Be active, and that way it will be better for me. Let me explain the plan for tonight. I've got it right here, and I can show you what we're going to do. So I have 4 things on the schedule that I think could be fun for us to do, and we're going to try something new tonight as well that I've never done on a live stream before, and I hope you all will find it to be fun. So first, we're just going to spend some time warming up, chatting. I have a couple of questions that I want to ask all of you guys, and we'll just wait for everybody who is going to join us tonight to get connected to the stream. We'll do that for around 10 minutes or so. And then after that, we are going to play a game. Now, I've said on the stream before that I wanted to play a game with everyone, but I hadn't really figured out a good way to do that until recently, until this week, in fact. I think I found a solution to this problem, and I think I found a way that we can all play a game together. So I have a trivia game, and I think it will be fun. All of the questions are from about recent worldwide current events, and we'll sort of review some interesting or some big news stories from the past week. We'll play a game to test our knowledge of these events, and then we'll also learn some expressions and some information about these events through the game. So I think that could be pretty fun. And then after we play the game, we'll just wrap things up. I'll, of course, give you guys some time for questions and answers. If you have any questions that you would like to ask me to do with English studying or learning with Culips or just about life in general, I'm happy to chat for a little while. And finally, number 4, I want to allow you guys to give some suggestions about what you want to do for next month's live stream. We're still really experimenting and trying to find the best way to do these live streams. It's really fun for me to get to connect with the Culips community this way. You know, when we're doing a regular audio podcast, it's a little bit lonely. I don't get to interact with everybody. I just have to kind of imagine that I'm speaking with the listeners in my mind while doing the podcast. But this way, it's real time, it's interactive, it's fun, and I want you guys to have some say in what we do. So yeah, we're going to vote, and I will allow you guys to pitch your ideas, to suggest your ideas about what you would like to do for next month's live stream. And I guess we'll say that the most popular idea is what we will go with. So we'll do that just to wrap up the stream at the very, very end. We got some more comments here. Let's catch up on the comments. Ivy says, I want to go to the beach too. It's boiling here. It's boiling here. Ivy, it's also boiling here in South Korea where I am. I don't know if you guys can hear it or not. And if you can, and it's annoying, tell me and I'll turn it off. But I hope it's not annoying. It is so hot where I am right now. I'm in, you guys can't really tell the size of this room, but it's almost like a closet. It's where I have my office space, but it's a very small room. There's no air conditioning in this room, unfortunately. And because I live close to a noisy street just outside these windows, I have to keep the windows closed. So it's very hot in my little room here. I have a small fan that is attempting to keep me cool. I don't think it's doing a very good job. The fan is trying its best. But if this fan is noisy and too buzzy and you can't hear my audio, then just let me know and I can turn it off. But yeah, Ivy, I totally know how you feel. I'm boiling as well, and I would love to go to the beach as well. There's some nice beaches in Vietnam. I've been to a few before. Kareem is here again. Kareem, hello. Welcome to the live stream. Hi, Andrew. It seems you are doing a diet. Thank you. No, I'm not really doing a diet. I don't think so. Although I have been running more recently, the last few weeks. I have been ramping up the amount that I go running each week. To ramp up means to slowly increase. So to go slowly up is to ramp up. Let me see if I can spell that on the screen. What did I say? I've been ramping up my weekly running. I think I said something like that, right? I've been ramping up my weekly running. So ramp up, again, just means to slowly increase. And yeah, I've been running more. So maybe I've lost a little bit. Maybe my face looks skinnier. I don't know. I don't think so, though. I think it's just the camera, just a camera illusion. So, everyone, I said we were going to play a game. And in order to play this game, it's a very interactive game. And what we have to do is you guys can participate by using your camera, sorry, not your camera, your phone or your computer and joining the game, and we'll play along at the same time. So I'm going to give you the URL, the link. Where is it? Here it is. Play the game by this link. Okay, the link is ahaslides.com/WO9Y2. So if you type that into your web browser, it could be on your phone, it could be on your tablet, it can be on your computer, then it will ask you to type in your name, and you can type in your name. If you don't want to use your real name, you can enter a nickname. Doesn't really matter. It's just to keep everybody separate. And then we will start playing the game here in a few minutes. So I'll just leave the URL up here on the top corner. And when you guys have a moment, you can, if you want to play the game, and I hope some of you want to play the game, because if nobody wants to play, then it's not going to be very fun. So I hope many people participate, and we'll get started with the game in just a moment. I do have some questions for you, though, while we're waiting for everybody to join the game. Some questions. The first question I have, I was thinking about this when we're going to play this game in just a moment. And in order to play the game, you need to participate by using your phone or your computer. And that got me thinking, I wonder how you guys are watching the live stream. In my head, I always think that people are watching on a computer. But it's possible that you guys are watching on your phones. Maybe you're watching on your TV. Maybe you're watching on an iPad or a tablet. So the question that I have here for you, just because I'm curious, is how do you watch the Culips live streams? How do you tune in? I recently, when I moved into my new apartment, I say recently, but it was over a year ago. When I moved in, I got a new cable TV box for my TV. And in fact, I had never had cable TV before, but when I moved to this apartment, I got it. And it has like a smart TV box, so I can watch YouTube on my TV now, which is something that I've never done before, but it's actually pretty cool to be able to watch YouTube like on a much bigger screen. So from time to time, these days, I've actually been watching YouTube on TV. I wonder if any of you guys do that as well. I want to say Kiko, Kaiko, maybe Kiko. Hi, everybody. I'm from Japan. Kiko, hello, and apologies if I'm pronouncing your name incorrectly. It's great to have you here with us, nonetheless. And I promise one of these days I'm going to learn Japanese, going to study Japanese sometime in the future. I don't know when, but I will one day, and I'll be able to pronounce Japanese names at that time, I hope. Ivy says she's joining the game now. Perfect. I can see that we have about 7 people in the game, so that's great. Suko says, I've been watching this channel on my laptop. Okay, on your laptop. Great. So I think if you are watching the stream on your smartphone, then it might be a little bit difficult to play the game because you'll have to go between the game and your YouTube. And maybe when you switch to the game, then you will have to turn the YouTube off for a moment. I'm not sure how that will work. I guess everybody's phone is different, but if I were playing the game on my phone, I think that's how I'd have to do it. But hopefully we have no problems. This is just an experiment. We'll see how it goes, and we'll take it from there. I'm watching on my MacBook, says 0, and if I'm at home, otherwise I will use my phone. Okay, good. So if you're at home, use a computer. Nice. I wish my MacBook was good enough to watch YouTube videos. These days, my MacBook is so slow. It's very old. Ivy says, I'm using my tablet now, but normally I use my laptop. Okay, interesting. So what I assumed was that everybody was almost tuning in with their phone, but it seems like it's the opposite. Everybody's using their computer or laptops, tablets, but not many phones. Okay, everyone. Well, how about we try this game? Why don't we get into it? Let's give it a go. Oh, I can see that we lost some players. We had more players a second ago and we lost some people, but I think you can join at any time. So let me see. How can we load this up? There we go. Okay. Let's get the ball rolling. Nice expression, Atsuko. Perfect situation to use this expression. Let's get the ball rolling. And of course, this means let's start. Let's begin. Let's play. Okay, so as I said, everyone, we have some questions that I picked from news stories that happened in the last week. So these are all recent current events that happened, and they were big news stories. Personally, I'm not somebody who really spends a lot of time watching the news or reading the news. I just kind of go through social media and see what people post on websites like Reddit and stuff, but I don't spend a lot of time with the news, in fact. So these are stories that I knew about just from my casual, accidental surfing of social media and finding these news stories. So they're not like really, I mean, some of them might be a little bit difficult depending on how much attention you pay to the news, but they're not like really, really obscure, difficult questions. And I think each question will be a nice starting point for us to do a little study and to have a discussion. Now, of course, because they are stories about the news, there is some bad, sad events that are included, and there are some interesting events and some good events as well. I tried to sprinkle in some positive news stories, even though it's much, much, much easier to find negative news stories. Unfortunately, that's just the way it is. Okay, let's get the ball rolling. Let's do it. Less talk, more gameplay. Okay, so how do I do this? I think I can hit. Sorry, guys. This is, okay, I have to, this is my first time streaming and playing a game, so please forgive me if I'm a little slow. Okay, I got it figured out. Here we go. There we go. There's all the players. We have 6 players. We lost 1. Oh, I'm going to join 2. Just because I want to try the experience on my end. There we go. Okay, so let's start the quiz. And here is question 1. So you guys can answer the question on your phone. You have 60 seconds to answer. And the quicker you answer the question, the more points you can get. Okay, so here we go. Question number 1 is named Trumpet won Best in Show at the 2022 Westminster Kennel Club Dog Show. Okay, so this happened this week. There's a dog. It won Best in Show. The dog's name is Trumpet. And what kind of dog is Trumpet? Is it a bloodhound, a poodle, a beagle, or a golden retriever? Okay, you should be able to vote on your phone. I hope. On my phone. Oh, yes, I can vote. Okay. Okay. Wow, it worked. It looks like it worked. Okay, very good. So let's check the answers here. It looks like 2 people answered bloodhound, 2 people answered poodle, nobody chose beagle, and 3 people chose a golden retriever. Okay, so if you guessed bloodhound, congratulations, you got the correct answer. So let me show you some details about this story. Oh, first we will check the leaderboard. The leaderboard, we have to check and see who's winning. So 0, congratulations, very fast answer. And I'm cheating because I know the answers already. So I'm in second place. But this is just a warm-up. Let's say this is a warm-up, okay? So here is the news story about Trumpet, the bloodhound. And I thought we could read this news story. This is from the Washington Post. And we'll just find out about this dog. So let me read it, and you can all follow along. It should, if you are using your computer or your phone, should also show you the article right on your phone. Looks like my screen is too bright, but you should be able to follow along if that's easier to see right on your phone there. So the first paragraph says, a floppy-eared bloodhound named Trumpet was awarded Best in Show at the Westminster Kennel Club Dog Show finale Wednesday night, the first of his breed to take the competition's top award. Okay, let's break that down. A floppy-eared bloodhound. So floppy-eared, we're going to take a look at this dog in just a moment, and you can see its picture. In fact, maybe we can preview it right now. Okay, here's a picture of Trumpet, the bloodhound, and you can see the dog's ears are very long, and when it walks, the ears kind of go like this. They flop back and forth. Okay, so that is the word that we use to describe that kind of ear movement is floppy, floppy. So this floppy-eared bloodhound won Best in Show. Best in Show is the top prize, the best prize at the finale. The finale is the final. Okay, it's just another word that means final event. So paragraph 2 says, Trumpet was the winner of the hound category, strutting his facial folds and floppy ears as he bested other hounds. Okay, strutting. Strutting is when you walk very proudly. You know, you can imagine this dog at the dog show. Okay, it is very well trained, well behaved, and walking with great posture and, you know, looks very proud, right? So when you walk around like you're very proud, we could call that a strut. So this dog was strutting around, and it's very wrinkly, so it has like these facial folds, which is maybe a good thing for a bloodhound to have, but people don't like to have those kind of facial folds. The next line says, okay, so he bested other hounds, beat other hounds, soaking up the spotlight and cheers alongside handler and owner Heather Helmer. His father, Nathan, has also won the Hound Group at Westminster, but never Best in Show. So I guess this dog comes from like a very famous line of bloodhounds. His father was also a prize winner at the show. Okay, the final line says, "I'm just ecstatic," Helmer said. "Outside the ring," she said, "Trumpet has a lot of attitude and he's a little crazy." Okay. So outside the ring means like outside of the competition, because when the dogs do the competition at Westminster, by the way, for you guys that don't know, Westminster is the most famous dog show in the world. It's actually the only one that I know about. I'm not really a close follower of dog shows, but it's always interesting each year when they have the Westminster Dog Show and you can see these dogs parade around, and it's kind of fun. If you guys would like to read the full story, this is just a little bit of the news story, but if you would like to read the full story, you can click, there's a link here at the bottom, and that is the source of the full news article. There's some more pictures there and more information about some of the other dogs that participated. So if you're a dog person and you want to read more about it, just click the link and you can do that. We've actually been talking a lot about dogs on Culips recently. I don't know if you heard the most recent bonus episode. I think we just released it like yesterday. Yesterday was Monday, right? Yeah. We just released it yesterday. And in that episode, I talked about dog sitting my friend's dog. So yeah, a lot of dog talk on Culips recently. And I know not everybody's a dog person. So let's move on to a different story. We'll go to question 2. Are you all ready for question 2? Here we go. Question 2. Let's do it. I can't remember what question it is, but let's do it. Okay. Let's start. Question 2. The question rewards more points to a faster response. Okay. A 6.1 magnitude earthquake in killed more than 1,000 people in the eastern part of the country, or of the county, where people are already suffering from food insecurity. I believe the headline got cut off there, but it says insecurity. Okay, so where was this earthquake? Which country did the earthquake happen in recently? Was it Pakistan, Sudan, Afghanistan, or Peru? Go, go, go. Get your answer in. And okay, time is up. Time is up. So we had very even answers here. 2 people said Pakistan, 2 people said Sudan, and 2 people said Afghanistan, and no one said Peru. Okay, well, the answer is, in fact, Afghanistan. So let's check the new leaderboard. We have Gabby going to the top. Okay, congratulations, Gabby. You must have answered that question very quickly. And then Atsuko is in number 2 spot, and then Zero is in 3rd place. So this was actually a really heartbreaking story that came out this week. And I have a little part of the news story here, just an excerpt that we can study with. So the headline says, "Powerful quake in Afghanistan kills at least 1,000. So sometimes English speakers will reduce the word earthquake to just quake. So if you see quake, it means the same thing as earthquake in this kind of context. So there's two paragraphs here. Let's read the paragraphs together, and I will explain any vocabulary as we go along. And of course, if you guys have questions or you want to comment on anything, you want to share your opinion or how you feel in reaction to these stories, feel free to go ahead and chat. And yeah, let's make it interactive. So it says, a powerful earthquake struck a rural mountainous region of eastern Afghanistan early Wednesday, killing 1,000 people and injuring 1,500 more in one of the deadliest quakes in decades, the state-run news agency reported. Officials warned that the already grim death toll may still rise. So I guess this happened around just about a week ago. And I heard that it happened very early in the morning, around 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. in the morning. So what a horrible way to wake up, right? You're sleeping. So many people were probably asleep and in their homes and just relaxing for the evening. And then suddenly something like this happens. Chaos ensues and just horrible, horrible stuff. Paragraph 2 says, we were all sleeping at home and the room fell over us, said resident Gul Farez as he received treatment for injuries with his wife and children at a hospital in Paktika. All the houses in our area were destroyed. Not one, but the entire region has been destroyed. So a horrible, horrible natural disaster in Afghanistan. And as we all know, that country has gone through a lot over the last, long time. So you hate to see a story like this. And I have some photos. Here's an image from CNN. And the headline says, a villager collects his belongings from under the rubble of his home that was destroyed in the earthquake in Afghanistan. So what we call that, everyone, what you can see there is rubble. Rubble is like when there's a building and it falls over or collapses, and you just have these big pieces of rock and concrete and different material. That is called rubble. So yeah, entire villages just turned to rubble. Apparently a lot of the homes are made from mud and clay, and maybe they're not so strong. So just terrible stuff there. Tsuko commented, my heart goes out to people who have been suffering from such horrible quakes. Yeah, I completely agree with you, Atsuko. And we hope for the best, that they can recover as quickly as possible. Let's move on to the next question. Okay, question 3. What will it be? Here we go. Guys, look at your device and you can answer the question. So it says, health officials in the UK identified the virus in sewage water for the first time in 40 years. Okay, so in sewage water, actually in London, this was in London, the health officials found a virus. Which virus did they find? Was it coronavirus, the monkey virus, polio virus, or Ebola virus? You can answer now. Okay, everyone has answered. Did you guys hear about this news story? I hate hearing stories about viruses these days, but this was a big one in the news this week. And yeah, it looks like 2 people got it correct. Okay, so coronavirus, no. Monkey virus, no. Polio virus, yes, that is the one that was found. Ebola, no. I think Ebola is a really, really nasty virus, so probably a good thing that it wasn't found. I mean, all of these are terrible, but let's check the leaderboard. Okay, Gabby moving on up. Atsuko still in second place, and Zero still in third place. Laura, We got to cheer for Laura, everybody. Come on, Laura. Hopefully, you'll get the next one. So here's some background information about the story for anyone who didn't hear about it. The headline says, polio found in London. So let's read about it. First paragraph. Routine testing has picked up traces of poliovirus in sewage from North and East London, raising concerns that the infection could spread and cause harm, particularly among young children who are not vaccinated against the disease. Okay, whoops. So let's break that down. Routine testing has picked up traces of poliovirus. Traces of. So that means just very, very, very small amounts. Okay, I don't know exactly how scientists measure viruses in water, but they found just little tiny pieces of the virus, traces. So whenever you see a trace amount or picked up traces, it just means tiny, tiny, tiny little pieces of something, not a large amount. So they picked up traces, little bits of poliovirus in sewage. Sewage is wastewater. Okay, so if you turn on the water in your kitchen sink and that water goes into the pipes, into the sewer, we call that water sewage. So anytime you use water in your home, your toilet, your shower, anything like that, that's water goes into the pipes, under the ground, into the sewers is what we call that. And that water and other things in there as well, that is all called sewage. Okay, so this is raising concerns that infection could spread and cause harm, particularly among young children. So raising concerns, people are getting worried, right? If concerns are raised, then that means people are starting to get worried. They're thinking, poliovirus is a virus that practically has been eliminated in a lot of parts of the Western world, at least, like a long time ago, 50 years ago, maybe even longer than that. So it's been a long time. We haven't really had to worry about poliovirus, but then suddenly it's back. And because it's been gone for so long, I guess young children maybe don't have or aren't vaccinated against it. So people are worried, if this is in the sewage water, then maybe it could spread and children could get infected with the virus. The next paragraph says, polio is a highly infectious viral disease that mostly affects the under 5s. Okay, so under 5s means children under 5 years old. 3 types of poliovirus can cause infection, but after mass vaccination programs, the disease is now rare in most parts of the world. The UK's last natural polio infection was in 1984, same year I was born, and the country was declared polio-free in 2003. So you guys have probably heard of the expression corona fatigue, virus fatigue. We've been talking about viruses nonstop for the last couple of years. I think everybody is bored and tired of talking about viruses, but maybe also because we've experienced COVID recently, we're more concerned about other viruses as well. And maybe this is not anything that people in London need to worry about. I don't know if it's like a dangerous thing, but people are a little bit worried whenever they hear information like this. Okay, with that being said, let's go to the next question. What have we done? We've done 3 questions? Yeah, so this is question 4. Here we go. This is a difficult one. Let's see if you can do it. I'll read it here. Last week, a gold miner in Yukon, Canada found a while digging in some mud. Okay, this is in the very northern part of Canada. Northern Canada, the Yukon. A gold miner found something very interesting. What did he find? Was it a T-Rex fossil, a baby woolly mammoth, an ancient village, or a gold nugget worth $1 million? Ooh, that would be nice to find. A gold nugget is like a big piece of gold, big chunk of gold nugget, just like a chicken nugget. Wow, I am impressed. Okay, it looks like many people got this one correct. Way to go. So the correct answer is, as you can see, baby woolly mammoth. Baby woolly mammoth. All right, let's check the leaderboard here. And it looks like everything is still the same. Oh, Ivy is on the board now. Congratulations, Ivy. Moved into 4th place. And yeah, so a baby woolly mammoth. Do you guys know this animal, woolly mammoth? Here is a picture of a woolly mammoth. So of course, this animal is extinct. Extinct means that it's no longer alive, right? It has disappeared and there are no woolly mammoths anymore, unfortunately. It looks like a really cool animal, though. I guess a long time ago, these animals used to roam the earth and they lived in the northern parts of the world. I think in Canada for sure. I also know in like Siberia and Russia and maybe some other northern climates as well. These woolly mammoths were around. Now they're called woolly, I think, because they're hairy. You can see that they kind of look like an elephant, right? But they're furry. They have hair. They have wool. So maybe that's why they call it a woolly mammoth. And mammoth means very, very big. We still use this word today to describe big things. You can say, oh, it's like a mammoth. It's huge. Okay, it's very, very big. So up there in the Yukon in northern Canada, a frozen baby woolly mammoth was discovered. So let's read the story and find out some of the details. Again, this is only an excerpt, so I didn't include the whole story. It's too long, just some of the highlights. And the link here is at the bottom if you want to go and read about the whole story later in your own time. So starting with the first paragraph up here, it says, a little after noon on June 21st, so just last week, a young miner working in Yukon's Eureka Creek was digging up muck using a front-end loader when he struck something. Digging up muck. So muck is just like wet earth, like mud, essentially. Mud and muck, it's like really, really wet, dirty earth, dirty soil. Okay, so he's working on a gold mine. He's probably got like this big machine and he's just digging, looking for gold. Paragraph 2. It was, well, I should say also here, struck something. So struck something means to hit something and find something. So he's digging with his digger and he hits something. He struck something. He has to go look. Oh, what did I find? What did I hit? It was a whole baby woolly mammoth, the first one ever found in North America, and according to the Yukon government's paleontologist, only the second in the world. Wow. So a paleontologist is a special type of scientist who studies like dinosaurs and ancient animals, fossils, artifacts, those kinds of things. Kind of special scientist. So third paragraph. She has a trunk. She has a tail. She has tiny little ears. She has the little trunk where she could use to grab grass, said the paleontologist. She's perfect and she's beautiful. Paleontologist seems very happy at this find. I could imagine this is like something, as this kind of scientist, maybe you dream about this happening, right? It's like, It's the jackpot finding a preserved animal like this. Amazing. Okay, final paragraph. The baby woolly mammoth named Nunchoga, which means big baby animal, in the Trondek Hwetchinshan language. That is one of the indigenous languages that is spoken in the Yukon. Of course, in Canada, there are so many First Nations people, indigenous people that are native to North America, and there are hundreds of languages across North America, and this is one of them. Okay, so they named the baby woolly mammoth in the indigenous language from that area of the Yukon. And so it looks like it's about 140 centimeters long, which is a little bit longer than the other baby woolly mammoth that was found in Siberia, Russia in May 2007. So here's a picture. I have a picture. Oh, here is the muck. Okay, remember we saw that word muck? So this is the kind of thing, this is the kind of muck that the miner was digging in. Okay, it says here the headline, the site where Nunchoga was discovered at the Treadstone mine. And you can see it's just like muddy, clay, wet earth, this muck that he was digging in. So that's where it was found. And here is a picture of the preserved baby woolly mammoth. So you can see that it is really, really well preserved. Okay, if something is well preserved, it means that it's like saved. It didn't rot, it didn't erode, it didn't disappear. It's really, really well preserved, well saved. And we can see that, yeah, it definitely looks just like a baby elephant, right? There's no hair anymore, but yeah, you can see its tail and its trunk, and pretty amazing that it could stay that well preserved. Probably was frozen in the ground for most of the year, so I guess it's just like keeping something in your freezer, maybe. I'm not sure, but it's a cool scientific discovery, at least. And really, really interesting for me as a Canadian to think that, a long, long time ago, I'm not sure how long ago, probably millions of years ago, these woolly mammoths were wandering around not too far from where I grew up myself. Okay, everyone, we have one final question here. Let's do it. Question 5. The final question. Oh, I have to hit start. Go, go, go. Okay. An economics question here. President Biden from the USA, of course, everybody knows President Biden. He proposed a 3-month pause on taxes to help lower high prices for consumers. Okay, President Biden proposed a 3-month pause on taxes to help lower high prices for consumers. Was it cigarette taxes, gas taxes, investment taxes, or food taxes? Go ahead, choose your answer and submit your answer. Just a few moments left. All right, go, go, go. Answer time's up. Okay, wow, many people got this one right. Okay, so if you guessed gas taxes, congratulations, that is the correct answer. Cigarette taxes, no. That would be hilarious if Biden proposed to lower cigarette taxes. I don't think that will ever happen in my lifetime. Taxes on that kind of product only go up. Gas taxes is the correct answer. Okay, so we have a little bit of change in the score, but it looks like Gabby is the winner. Woohoo! All right, Gabby, you really know a lot about the news. Congratulations. Okay. So let's check out this story quickly and then probably wrap things up pretty soon, everyone. I don't want to take up too much of your time here this evening. So this story, let's read it. The headline says, Biden considering gas tax holiday. So President Biden is thinking about a gas tax holiday. Now, this doesn't mean that the tax goes on vacation, gets in an airplane and goes to the beach like Cassie. No. Okay, this kind of holiday just means pausing something for a period of time. So, first paragraph says, U.S. President Joe Biden is considering declaring a federal gas tax holiday to help Americans cope with the surging cost of consumer goods. Okay, so when you need to cope with something, to help Americans cope, says the article, that means to help manage, to help deal with a difficult situation. So I think all across the world right now, we're going through a period of inflation, which means prices are going up. Maybe you guys can tell me if this is something that's happening in your country. Definitely it's happening in the States and in Europe, in Canada, my home country, and also here in South Korea, where I'm currently living. We're also having a period of inflation. So I think everybody can relate to this. It says the surging cost of consumer goods. So surging means to go up quickly, surging costs. So we need to cope with this. We need to deal with this. We need to manage this. And governments around the world are coming up with different ideas to try and help their citizens. And for the USA here, President Biden is trying to help Americans cope by pausing the taxes on fuel, on gas and oil. So if we look at paragraph 2, it says, President Biden wants to do anything he possibly can to help consumers, Yellen said. By the way, Yellen is Janet Yellen, and she is the Treasury Secretary. So one of the leaders in government financial policy for the American government. Final sentence in paragraph 2 says, gas prices have risen a great deal, and it's clearly burdening households. Okay, it's clearly burdening households. So it's being a burden on them, right? It's like if something is a burden, it means that it's difficult to deal with. It's stressful. It's we have an expression, a burden on your back. So it's almost like you're carrying something really heavy on your back, and it's causing you some pain and discomfort, right? So it's these high prices are like something that people are carrying around on their back, stressing them out, making their life more difficult. So the final paragraph here says U.S. gasoline prices are at an all-time high of about $5 a gallon. Now, a gallon is a type of measurement that's only used in America, as far as I know, and it is 3.8 liters. So 3.8 liters of gasoline costs around $5 American right now in the USA, which is up more than 48% over a year ago. So gas prices have risen 48% in the last year. Now, I don't drive, so I don't really worry about this issue too much. I mean, it does affect some things like buses and taxis, which I use from time to time. So it does affect me, but since I don't drive every day, this doesn't really affect my day-to-day life. However, I do know that here in South Korea, I think people would be very happy with $5 a gallon gasoline because it's probably over $6 a gallon here in South Korea right now. So everyone, I think that brings us to the end of the quiz. Woohoo! Congratulations again to the winner. And before we all exit out of this application, I wanted to ask you one more thing. And that is, what would you like to do for the next live stream? So before we wrap up here, if anyone has an idea or suggestion, do you want to try playing a game like this again? If so, do you like this kind of current event topic, or do you like to do something maybe a little more fun related to like pop culture or books or music or something? We could change the topic. We could study with a news article. We could have a vocabulary lesson. We could choose a topic and we could just discuss that topic. Another idea that I was thinking is I could set up a kind of Zoom call room. Now, I have to work out the technical details about this, but I think I can do it. And I could have some of you guys call in. So if you actually wanted to call in and join me on the stream, maybe talk with Cassie and I for 5 or 10 minutes and participate that way, we could try doing that as well. So if you have an idea, I am going to leave this open here just for a moment. And if you have an idea and you want to submit it, please go ahead and submit it now. And if there are no submissions, then I will take that as a sign that I should just come up with an idea myself. But of course, I want to know what you guys want to do. I want to make sure that this is fun for the members. We're doing this live stream for you guys just as a way to say thanks and show our appreciation for supporting us as Culips members. I wish we could get a few more members to join us. We have a nice core group of people who are coming month to month, which is great, but we still have not the greatest participation rate compared to the amount of members that we have. So we're maybe only getting, I don't know exactly the number, maybe only 15%, 10% of members are joining us right now, maybe even less than that. So definitely, if we could have more people, more members join, that would make it even more fun and even build this sense of community that we're having here on the stream. So guys, if you have friends that are Culips members and they're ignoring the live streams, please tell them to come. Of course, I know that there are a lot of scheduling issues, right? Unfortunately, we can't be broadcasting at the most convenient time for everyone. So it is a little bit of a difficult situation to try and find a time that's convenient for everyone. Let's see. It looks like we have some people. Gabriel said, "Hello, I changed to my laptop. I could not comment from my iPad." Okay, well, perfect. Now you can comment from your laptop. Gabriel, I think you were the winner. So yes, congratulations. Zero said, "I love the game." Okay, good. I'm glad it was fun. I think with this software, there are a lot of other opportunities for kind of fun, interactive things that we can do. So I'll have to experiment and try and see what kind of things we can do in the future with this software. Okay, so let's check. We have some suggestions here. The first one, joining a Zoom meeting is an amazing idea. Okay, good to know. Next one, maybe we can read the same book together and share thoughts with each other. Okay, I love that idea. I think in practice, it is a very, very good idea. And in reality, it's difficult to do. And the reason I say that is because I've been doing an online book club with a Korean novel that I'm reading right now. And it started off strong for like the first meeting, the first part of the book, and then it completely died. People couldn't have enough endurance to make it through to the end of the book, and interest started high and then went and dropped off. So I'd be worried about something like that happening on a live stream. But it's a good idea, and maybe we could do it some way. I love the idea. We'd have to brainstorm exactly about how we could make it happen, but it would be super fun. The next suggestion here, I would like something about describing personalities. Music I like too. And the next one, to learn some typical idioms. Okay, awesome. So we have some great suggestions. Let's go to the voting. I think everybody will vote for their for their pet idea, right? The suggestion that you suggested is the one that you want to vote for. Guys, if you want to go ahead, if you have, I'm going to vote for the Zoom idea. Okay, I'm going to vote for that one. You guys can vote for anyone that you would like. And we'll check the results here in a moment. Give everybody a second to respond. And if you're not on the website at the moment and you would just like to type your suggestion in the YouTube chat, that's cool too. You can do it that way. Laura said, it was very interesting, although I didn't do very well. That's okay. It's just for fun. It doesn't really matter. And we had no South American news stories, so I apologize for that. Maybe if we had some more stories from your area of the world, you would have done better. All right, let's check. Where's my, here we go. Okay, the results. Let's check the results. So for the July live stream, joining a Zoom meeting is an amazing idea is the #1 vote. Okay, so this gives me an interesting technical challenge. I'm going to try and do it, and we'll see if it can happen. And if possible, I'll set this up so that if you would like to, you don't have to feel burdened or pressured to, but if you would like to, you could join the live stream and maybe just introduce yourself and tell us about like where you live and why you're studying English and what your hobbies are, these kinds of basic things. That could be really cool. We could have a mini conversation right on the stream, and maybe we could have, 5 or 6 different people call in and participate in 1 hour. Okay, so that sounds great. Let's give it a try. I love this. Experimenting with different things each week, and so we'll keep experimenting till we find the best thing to do for the Culips live streams. Guys, I think I'm going to wrap it up here in just a moment. We've been already going for an hour. If you have any final questions, anything you would like to ask before I sign off, now is the time to do it. So go in the chat if you have a question. I can hear my wife in the kitchen. I think she is preparing dinner for us. I hope she is preparing dinner for us. I don't know if she was going to cook dinner tonight or not, but that would be awesome if she did. We have a couple of comments here. Let's check them out. Gabriella says, thanks. My problem for Zoom is the time. Here is a bit late, but I will try. Gabriella, what area of the world are you from? I wonder maybe if we could adjust the time by 30 minutes one way or the other, if that could help. I can't, it's a little bit hard with my schedule to adjust, and with Cassie too, because I think Cassie will be joining us again next month. So scheduling is just difficult, unfortunately, but it seems like the last Tuesday of the month around here in Korea right now, it is 8:30 p.m. So from this time, from about 7:30 to 8:30 p.m. on the final Tuesday of each month, Korean time is what's been working best for us in terms of scheduling. Ivy says, I'm looking forward to joining a Zoom meeting next time. All right. Yeah, let's do it. Let's try it out. Cool. Ivy, then we will talk to you next time, next month. Actually talk. Tsuko says, thank you so much for preparing the quiz for us. It was really fun and beneficial. Okay, awesome. Atsuko, glad you enjoyed it. Thank you for the comment. You are doing great today, even though you are alone. Thank you, Andrew. Hey, thank you for the comments. No problem. It's fun. I love doing the stream. I love hanging out and chatting with you guys. It's just a little stressful having to talk by myself for an hour. But as time goes on, you get used to it and it becomes easier and easier, just like everything. Aha, yes, I remember now. Yeah, Gabriela, I remember you're from Argentina, but living in Australia. Is that correct, if I remember correctly? So you're in Brisbane, but tend to go to bed at 8 p.m. Oh my gosh, very early. You must wake up very early. Well, it's past your bedtime then, probably. Time to go to sleep. Well, everyone, I think we'll wrap it up here for today. So thank you so much for joining me. Have an awesome July, and I'll make an announcement and tell you all the details about next month's live stream as soon as I finalize everything with Cassie and work out the technical issues that will be involved with doing this kind of interactive Zoom call, live stream, hybrid thing. But it should be fun. I'm looking forward to it. So have a great July. Take care, and we'll talk to you at the end of next month. Goodbye, everybody. See you next time.